My essay on how I came to be on Orpheus by Lando, Team House, Clandusprod. Hello again, dear teacher. I trust this essay finds you well. We don't get much time to talk now that there are more and more species in the class. I remember what it was like when it was just you, me, Elfrida, and Mrs. Maggrumph, though, and all the extra time and attention you spent on me. I'm kind of glad there are more students here, though, as I was getting a bit lonely. It's good when your cave clan is full. That's an old Agrosian proverb. If your cave is dark, shine a light for your clanmates. That's another. I don't think the person who came up with it has ever slept in a room with 10 other aliens, though. Headlights are always on. There is always someone doing something. It's very tiring keeping an eye on everyone to make sure they are all right when everyone is awake at different times. It used to be a lot easier when there were only a few of us to look after, though I do like having more friends. Of course, the more friends you make, the less enemies you have. That's another Clandusprod proverb, but I don't think it's true, or at least whoever wrote that has never met Margot. She's not my friend, and I've tried ever so hard to be her friend. Everyone else likes me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Of course, I still remember when there was just me alone. This was an unusual occurrence on Ziggurat's Free. Clandusprods aren't used to being alone for any length of time. Legend among my clanclave has it that I was discovered abandoned in the outlands. I know that you are familiar with the ways of Ziggurat's Free, sir, but many of my classmates are not, so let me explain in case you ever tell them. On our world, we Clandusprods all live in different caves depending on our occupation, and only come together on rare occasions, though really we're all working for the good of everybody. Humans would call us communists, I suppose, but the proper sort of communism, back in the Lenin days of peace and love and equality, not the Stalin idea, which is kind of the opposite of true communism. In fact, it's most like that Robin Hood story Robin was reading out last night. Anyway, I'm getting in a muddle, which happens sometimes, so let me start over again. It is thought that some clan member had me out of clan log, and without being supposed to, so they snuck off to the outlands to have me. How they kept me safe from the intense bombardment of our free sons is a mystery, but I survived long enough to be brought back to Clandusprod civilization by members of the Explorer clan. My parents might have died, or might have ended up in another clan, I'm not sure, but they were never traced. I was the first Clandusprod to have been placed with the clan rather than choosing it. I was too old to take the aptitude test, and none of my character traits fitted in with anything that was recognised by Clandusprod society. Growing up isolated had left me taciturn and independent, two traits that aren't really needed in any of the Clandusprodic clans, and I struggled to fit in with Clandusprods my own age. I consider them all rather needy and easily influenced. I was being trained in the education clan, but didn't enjoy it much, having been so delayed in getting education myself. As time went on, though, I began to get a little bit too attached to my classmates. I'd been starved of attention, you see. Although I cared for them, I never felt one of them. So when word went out that an international school was being started, the administration clan on Ziggurat's Free asked me if I would rather live on Orpheus, amongst other children from similarly disposed backgrounds. This seemed like a good idea to me, as I've always had a curiosity about other worlds ever since growing up outside and staring up at the stars. It gave me a feeling of comfort I never gained from staring up at cave ceilings, the way a Clandusprod should. A shuttle was sent to pick me up, and I rode all the way to Orpheus alone, where I've already made several good friends, although I find that I am still quite behind in a lot of the classes. Sorry about that. I'm trying my best to catch up so that everyone is pleased with me, children and adults alike. I like the fact that so many of my classmates come up to me for cuddles, though, and feel as if I have found my clan at last, after all those years of searching for one. Yours, Lando. Additional essay. What it means to be a Clandusprod. I was always told that being a Clandusprod was to have a sense of community, of belonging. The closest I can come to explaining it is the house point system at the school, where one of you does something well, all of you in the same community is rewarded. Or at least I think they are. Truth be told, we've never actually met anyone from any other class. I guess that is the closest I've ever come to feeling like I belong somewhere. Although his house Clandusprod seems to be on minus points whenever I ask, I assume the other Clandusprods in other classes are all struggling as much as me. I hope not, though. I hate to think of anyone struggling, especially my new friends from Cave Clan 5C, who are my community now. They are everything to me. I would be lost without their quirks, their foibles. Thank you for the new word, Elfrida. There, you see, we all help each other here. I'm trying to keep them safe, which in turn keeps me safe. At last I belong, and for Clandusprods, belonging is a very big deal indeed.